Hirunshi. Today we are going to discuss about the necessity of starter in DC motor. Content: necessity of starter, function of starter, and types of starter. And necessity of starter. At the starting, the speed of motor is 0, so that the back EMF in the armature is 0. Armature resistance is very low. If it is connected to power supply directly, huge current will pass through armature. The huge current may damage the armature, major heat, very high speed in case of DC series motor. We know that the current equation IA is equal to V pi RA, means armature current is directly proportional to voltage and inversely proportional to armature resistance. Since the value of armature resistance and series resistance are small, the starting current will tremendously large if the rated voltage V is applied at the time of starting. The starting current of the motor can be 15 to 20 times higher than the full load current. Such a high starting current has different effects. Due to very high starting current, the supply voltage will fluctuate. The fluctuation in supply voltage affects the other equipments operating on the same supply. Due to excessive current, the insulation of the armature winding may burn. The fuse will blow and circuit breaker will trip. For DC series motor, the torque is directly proportional to square of the armature current. So an excessively large starting torque is produced. This can put a heavy mechanical stress on the winding and shaft of the motor, resulting in mechanical damage to the motor. So in order to avoid all these effects, we have to keep a starting current of the motor below the safe limits. This is achieved by using a starter. Starter are used to start the motor. It limits the inrush current where necessary. It permits automatic control when required. It protects motor and other connected equipment from overvoltage, no voltage, under voltage, and single phasing. This figure shows the 3-point starter. Starter is basically a resistance which is connected in series with the armature winding only at the time of starting the motor. Its job is to limit the starting current. The starter or starter resistance will remain in the circuit only at the time of starting and will go out of circuit or become ineffective when the motor speeds up to the desired speed. At the time of starting, the starter is in the start position as shown in figure. So the full starter resistance appears in the series with the armature. This will reduce starting current. The starter resistance is then gradually cut off. The motor will speed up. Back EMF will be developed and it will regulate the armature current. The starter is not necessary then. So the starter is pushed to the run position under normal operating condition. The value of starter resistance is 0 in the position and it does not affect the normal operation. The constructional details of 3-point starter is shown in figure. This is called as 3-point starter because 3-point starter, there are 3 points L, A and F are brought out for the external connections. Point L, it is the line terminal and should be connected to the positive terminal of DC supply. Point A, it is to be connected to armature winding. Point F, it is to be connected to the field winding. Point L is connected to overload coil and second end of which is connected to handle of the starter. We can move this handle from off to run position manually. This spring attached to handle can bring the handle back to its original position, that is off position. The starter is basically a variable resistance which is divided into number of sections from 1 to 3, 4, 5. A connection is made from stud 1 to the hold on coil or no hold coil as shown in figure. The other end of no hold coil is connected to terminal F. The overload coil and no hold coil are the additional protections provided in 3-point starter. Initially the handle is in off position and DC supply is turned on. The handle is then moved slowly to make contact with stud number 1 as shown as it makes contact with stud number 1. The DC supply gets connected directly to the field winding through the hold on coil. The DC supply gets connected to the armature winding as well, but via to complete starter resistance. Thus the armature current at the time of starting is kept below a safe value. Now the handle is moved further towards the run position slowly. The starter resistance coming in series with armature has gradually cut out as we move the handle from off to run position. When the starter handle reaches the run position, the entire starter resistance is cut out and the motor starts running at normal speed. This figure shows the starter, overload coil, no hold coil, handle and studs. The function of no hold coil. The field current flows through hold on coil, means no hold coil, and it starts acting as an electromagnet. So when the handle is moved manually to the run position, the soft iron piece on the handle experiences a force of attraction. Thus, once the handle reaches the run position, it remains there due to the magnetic force of attraction produced by the no hold coil or hold on coil. Whenever the supply fails, the current flowing through the no hold coil goes to zero, so it loses its electromagnetism properties and the handle returns back to the off position under the influence of the spring. This will switch off the motor. So when the supply is applied again, the whole starter resistance appears in the series with the armature and we have to start the motor again by using the starter as explained by me earlier. Thus the entire starter resistance appear in series with the armature every time when an attempt is made to start it. If the supply voltage goes below a particular level, then the current through no hold coil will be very small and it will lose its electromagnetism. This will release the handle and handle will return to the off position. Now the function of overload coil. The overload coil is an electromagnet. The motor current is taken through this coil. The equivalent circuit under the normal operating condition are shown in figure A and figure B. The overload coil, there is an arm which is fixed at its fulcrum and it is resting in the horizontal position under the normal condition. When the motor current crosses a predetermined limit, the overload condition is said to have occurred. The current flowing through the overload coil will produce a force of attraction which will lift the arm upward. This will lift the triangular iron piece and the position X and Y are connected to each other. As points X and Y are short circuited, then hold on coil is short circuited. The voltage across it reduced to zero. The hold on coil will lose its magnetic properties and the handle is returned back to the off state. Thus, the motor is saved if it draws an excessive current from the source. There are some drawbacks of 3-point starter. The hold on coil and the field winding are connected in series with each other in 3-point starter. So if we reduce the field current to exercise the flux control, then the current flowing through the hold on coil will also reduce. If this current goes below a certain level, then the force of attraction produced by hold on coil will be insufficient to hold the handle in the run position, and so the handle will return back to the off position. The motor will be switched off. This disadvantage can overcome by using 4-point starter. Hope you will understand the necessity of starter and the function of starter. Thank you.